Speak for yourself, not Kano.
My blades are sharper than my tongue.
Then shut the fuck up and fight.
Hey guys, so we're here back again with another review. Today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Kabal. That's right, I finally got this guy. I've been wanting him for quite some time now, and got him right here, right now, courtesy of Dorkside Toys, who had this guy on sale. He was, I think, $5 off. He was about $15, so that's cool, right? It's always nice to save money. Especially when there's a Mythic Legions pre-order that's almost $50,000 going up now. Oof. But, at any rate, getting into the meat and taters of this review, comes with this niftaroony display stand. Well, no, we've seen this a million times. It just has a Mortal Kombat logo on it for once. And then he also has his little thingies that are hard to pull out of his hands. These hook blade things. What are these called? Are these sais too? Are these a different version of a sai? So I know Raphael from Ninja Turtles, one of his extra weapons on the little weapons rack they sometimes give him is something like this, but it doesn't have the kind of Motu style knuckle guard there. But he's got two of them. They're the same. They're not specific to one side, so you can use either or. They are kind of sharp too, even though they are flexible, so be careful with that. Now we have Kabal, who is, I guess, a cyborg. Almost like a Frankenstein type character. I almost reviewed this guy for Halloween, but I didn't have to. Actually had some Halloween-ish stuff to review as I'm trying to flatten that shoulder out. But yeah, he's basically a cyborg type character, and he's got super speed, and he is usually hanging out with Kano and the Black Dragon. So maybe we'll get a Kano figure at some point. That'd be kind of cool. But I really like this design. I thought it was a cool design. That's why I bought the figure, obviously. I don't know crap when it comes to Mortal Kombat, really. I know a little bit, but I have to tell you, I really dig this Mortal Kombat 11 line from McFarlane. It's pretty kick-ass. The exception of my noob Cybot, who I had some issues with, but other than that, this line's been pretty alright. So articulation on this guy's head. We'll move around a little bit. He actually has a pretty good range, considering he's got all these tubers and things going on around his neck. You can tilt. Just gotta shift that bottom ball peg around. He can look all over the place. It's pretty cool. Shoulders go out to the side pretty well. He's got that floaty kind of cap thing going on, but it's not going to give you much range. It does move forward and back, though. He's got a bicep swivel, which is hidden by the sleeve, which is nice. This side, it's a little bit on the bobble side, but nothing too bad. Come to think of it, my Shao Kahn's like that, too, so maybe that's just a thing with that side. I don't know. I will say, though, it seems like this shoulder could go down one more click. Hold on. I think I just got it. Yeah, it seems like it went down a little more. He's got a double jointed elbow, which works pretty good. Not too gappy, a little bit, but not too bad. I know we've been having some trenchy articulation points on McFarlane stuff lately. He's got the ball hinge wrists. He's got little sharp blades on his wrist too, so be careful with that. I will say this guy is very, very pointy in certain areas, especially on his like knees here. These are not gummy. These are sharp, and they will prick your fingers like, ow. He does have a diaphragm joint though, which does move around a little bit. Rotates, tilts. He's got a waist, but he's got so much tubers and things going on, you're not going to get much out of that. I would say, if anything, you might get some waist swivel out of the bottom here. Yeah, you get a little bit underneath the skirt. His hips will kick forward and back a little bit. They are going to be hindered by his skirts, though. He does have a thigh cut up here, where the leg plugs into the hip. But he does have a nifty thigh cut towards the knee, which is nice and hidden. So I like that. That's like Noob Saibot's. And he's got a double knee, which you get good range out of. Not too gappy either. That's one of the better knees. It's pretty flat, though. But it's not gappy. So, you know. We're getting there. Baby steps. Then he's got the ball hinge ankles, as usual, which work pretty good on this guy. I didn't have to heat up a lot of stuff on this guy. I don't think I heated up anything. Then he's got the toe joint, peg hole at the bottom of the foot, feets, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I didn't have to do a lot of kind of surgery on this figure. He was pretty good right out the box. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, I dig this guy. Is he top 10 of the year? I don't think so, but he's not bad. He's cool. I dig him. It's like I like this figure, but I'm not going to be all like, top 10 of the year. We're going to talk about that in a moment, though. But getting his weapons back in his hands, I find that if you just slide him up, that's a little easier than trying to snap him in through the fingers there. Just kind of push him in. Gotta be careful not to wreck the knuckle guards either. Those seem like they could rip if you do that wrong. But, you know, he's got a nice tight grip on his weapons, so it's not like he really needs those. But, you know, I'm always boasting hashtag don't break your toys, and I plan to live up to that. And I actually just had a thought. That's why I was quiet for a second there. I'd like to see somebody make a custom Mythic Legions version of this guy, because, you know, the Mythic Legions Kabal on Facebook and stuff. I think that'd be kind of funny. A fun little play on words, play off words, whatever it's called. I think it's play on words. Because, you know, his name is Kabal. The Mythic Legions Kabal. What am I talking about? But at any rate, now it is time that we take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is Kabal next to a couple other Mortal Kombat 11 figures I took a look at. Not really recently, but recent enough. We have Noob Saibot, who, again, I had to do a little bit of surgery on. His knee was stuck and his knee pad came off, and I had to take his hood off and put it on his head straight. So, yeah, that figure was less than perfect, I'll say. And actually, his wrist joints and feet joints needed various degrees of heat work done to loosen him up. But he's good now. He's cool. Unfortunately, all those issues disqualify him from being in the top 10 of the year. But he's still cool nonetheless. And Kabal really didn't have a shot at getting in there. However, the Malefic Spawn, on the other hand, I'll be surprised if that's not one of the top 10 figures of the year, because I freaking love that thing. And like the traditional Spawn from this line, he stands taller than everybody. Go figure. Up next, here he is, next to the Tarkatan beefcake himself, Baraka, and Shao Kahn, who is just... That figure's pretty much the bang for your buck deal of the year, I think. That's a huge figure for $20, but I digress. As you can see, Kabal is absolutely dwarfed by these two. I can't remember if Spawn's taller than Baraka or not, but Shao Kahn is definitely the biggest figure I have from this line so far. I would say I'd like to see a Goro, but I don't think he's in Mortal Kombat 11. I think he's, think he's dead. So much for that, I guess. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the infamous 11 Spawn, which, has anyone caught on to that yet? I'm parodying Mr. Mackey from South Park for those of you who haven't figured that out. But with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and I gotta tell you, I'm having a lot of fun with this Mortal Kombat 11 line from the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys. This is another winner in my book, and even though the last Mortal Kombat character, I'll say, I took a look at from this line was a bit of a yeesh due to some QC issues I had with it, I did manage to fix it, with the help of Mr. Bryan, of course. This one I didn't have any of those problems, so ultimately it's kind of the better figure, even though, not gonna lie, I think Noob Saibot looks cooler. But as far as quality goes, this one was a little bit better. Didn't have any issues with this figure whatsoever, so I'm going to highly recommend you pick this guy up if you're like me and are into this Mortal Kombat 11 line. I think this is a nice addition to that line. I'm looking forward to Kotal Khan, who should be showing up any day now, along with the Joker. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we gotta show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.